Listen Fast, Listen First delivers real-time, authentic stories told by successful Connecticut business owners and community leaders. You'll hear pivotal moments of risk-taking, failure, adaptability, and resilience that all lead to success. And now, the host of Listen Fast, Listen First, Alex Horton.
Our next guest is Amy DeLardi. She's the owner and CEO of Infinite Web Designs in Fairfield, Connecticut. Amy's a 20-year veteran of making brands and businesses look great and make more money by increasing their online presence. She's built over 500 websites, managed countless social media campaigns, and designed hundreds of logos. Some of her clients that you see in your everyday travels throughout Connecticut include Gutter Guys, American Steakhouse, Gold's Deli, and Shearwater Coffee Roasters. Amy's a key player in their look and their success. Welcome to the program, Amy.
Thank you, Alex. What a great intro.
Oh, good. Well, it's your intro.
You're making me look good.
That's it. Well, just like you're making companies look good. So
thanks.
How did you come up with the idea to get into business by yourself and form Infinite Web Designs, Amy?
Well, we're coming up on our 20-year anniversary. So almost 20 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a career at IBM for 8 years, and I thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom solely. And I realized I needed to be creative and I needed to use that other side of my brain. And so I decided to juggle both and be a stay-at-home mom and start a business. Kind of crazy looking back, but I did it. I stuck with it and just built my my client list one client at a time, slowly. But, you know, I love what I do. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago, if we using the calendar, it was around the time of 9/11. Can you remember what that was like in that climate with developing websites and brands and so forth? Obviously, technology has advanced so at such a accelerated rate. What was it like then?
Well, when I named Infinite Web Designs, there was no digital marketing, right? So now I wish I had a crystal ball, because I probably would have named my business Infinite Web Designs and Marketing or Infinite Marketing. But at the time, it really was just web design. So we grew into more of a full service marketing agency. But at the time, businesses were, just adapting to the thought, I need a website. I think I need a website. Or everyone else has a website. What do I put on my website? Like, why do I need one? So it was that education. And now it's like critical, so who doesn't have a website, right?
Well, I know in my industry, as of like 5 years ago, a lot of insurance agencies were just putting in their first website. And it's amazing. I mean, today, not only do you need a website, but you need great social media presence, don't you?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because, how do you get your information out there? There are businesses that still do traditional marketing, but you definitely need, I think, to utilize the social media platforms to enhance your brand's exposure, your business exposure, and meet your audience where they're at, because that's where they're spending their time. So. Right.
And the social media is today's version of like the yellow pages, right? I mean, it's your source of advertising, isn't it?
Yes. Yep. But it's more than just the advertising, right? It's the public or your target audience has conditioned the business owners to meet them where they're at and how they want to be met, right? They want to have those conversations. They want to have the interaction. They want to see the reviews and read the reviews, So I don't know who's pushing who, but yeah, it's critical now, I believe, for almost every business to have a social media presence.
I'd agree. And just, as a small business owner, I've gone through times of frustration where I just, as these platforms emerge, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and then LinkedIn. And as a small business owner, what would you say to somebody who says, I'm going to make a commitment to getting into the social media world, as a small business owner, what would you advise?
First, I would say take it slow, don't get overwhelmed, and pick one of the platforms that you know you're going to stick with and choose that platform based on where your target audience and who you're trying to talk to is spending most of their time. So if you're B2B, you might want to be on LinkedIn. But if your consumers are, more B2C, and they're consuming most of their advertising or, their information on Instagram, then meet them there. But don't overwhelm yourself at first. Just pick one, stay consistent, and then baby steps, and, just stick with it, and then grow as you get comfortable.
I think the biggest challenge is pushing out video content now with TikTok. And it's funny, if you look back a year ago, right when COVID started, I don't think I was ever on a Zoom call. I don't think I ever knew what TikTok is. I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son, so I know what TikTok is now. But, looking back a year ago, video content wasn't as critical as it is today. And as a business owner, I think that's probably the most stressful thing, is to come up with videos that represent what you're trying to talk about. So what advice would you give to a business owner who knows that they need to put video out, but is concerned about, content?
Well, either if you don't have any technical ability, partner up with a videographer, a professional. If you have a budget, partner up with them and have them help you. If you are a little more technical, try using your iPhone and, capture little clippets. It doesn't have to be, long snippets of video, but dip your toe into it and, just practice is the biggest thing. It's kind of like riding a bike, right? At first you might not like it. You might not like the way your voice sounds or the way that you look. But you know what? With practice comes progress, and just stick with it. Continue. And it doesn't have to be, this grandiose production, right? I put out video. If you're following me on any of my platforms, I'll do a little plug here at Infinite Web Designs. I would love for people to follow me. But if you're following me on my platforms, it's not highly produced video, but I'm sharing information and I'm authentic. And that's what is connecting with people in video format. But my authenticity comes through, and it's, I'm using a ring light. So I have proper lighting. I have proper audio. So it doesn't have to be so high, highly produced. But those few key things, I would say: lighting, audio, and the proper configuration. If you're on Instagram, you're going to want to be on a vertical, taking your video on vertical. If you're on YouTube, you want it to be horizontal. So just knowing those few little things, picking up, Googling what is the best formats. But kind of a long answer, I'm sorry, but helpful information for the listeners, I think.
No, I think that is helpful.
Yeah.
So when you're pushing out video, or you're putting an article, let's say on LinkedIn, how significant is, is it to make sure that you have hashtags in there?
Very. Most of my content gets found by hashtags. The majority of my reach is produced because of hashtags. And for anyone that's listening that doesn't quite know what a hashtag is, think of it more as a keyword with the pound sign in front of it, that is aligned with the content that you're producing, or that you're posting, and that keyword hashtag is searchable. So it's a way to get your audience to find your content or information.
So it could be, let's say you've got 1,000 people on LinkedIn in your little world, right? Or my little world. Mm-hmm. But if I put hashtags, I might outkick my coverage a bit and expand my audience beyond the people who like me, right?
Yeah. And it's not even might, it is an absolute. It will.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So key to this part of the conversation is make sure when you're posting, you are, hashtagging everything under the sun. So,
yeah. And on Instagram, just a little tip for for listeners, Instagram is 30 hashtags that they will allow you up to. Take advantage of all 30 of them. LinkedIn can be maybe 3, 6, 10, something like that. Facebook has a threshold of about 3. Not even the platform; it's more of the viewers and whatnot. So I don't put all 30 that I would use on Instagram on those other ones. And here's a really important tip: don't use the same hashtags over and over and over again. Be very selective.
Why is that?
Because the platforms will shadow ban you. And then it will hurt your reach.
Slow down. I'm not
getting a little too over your head here.
Okay. What is that? What does shadow ban mean?
Shadow ban means that they will literally reduce your reach, and not ban you, but they'll limit your reach. So the hashtags will stop working basically for you. So yeah, you want to be mindful of that, and don't just have a notepad of the same hashtags, copy and paste for every post. You're going to want to have a little diversity in it.
So when a business owner calls you and says, listen, I really want to get my word out. I want to engage in social media. Tell me a little bit about your process to helping a business owner.
Really good question. Could be lengthy, so I'll try to keep it short. My first, one of the frequently asked questions by business owners is, what platform do I use? And my first question is, well, who's your audience? Who's your target audience? Who are you trying to reach? And then once they share with me that information, then I can help them pick which platform is going to be best for them. Right. So if somebody is a B2B and they want to attract business owners or the business professional, they are probably going to want to utilize LinkedIn and maybe other platforms. Right. But it really all depends. If they tell me that their demographic is, 18 to 25, 26, I might say go to Snapchat or, TikTok or meet them where they're consuming their media. So that's a number one with that. And then again, just being consistent.
In the world, and that's great advice. In the world of do it yourself, everybody seems to be, we've got the internet, the world at our fingertips, but developing a brand or developing a website is not as easy as it looks. In do it yourself, how many companies approach you where they tried to do it, but they need your help at this point?
I love it when people try to do it themselves, actually, because then I feel that they have a deeper respect for the process and a deeper trust for a professional such as myself helping them. So I welcome the DIYers that kind of throw their hands up and say, I've tried it, but now I'm at a point where I'm ready to invest a little bit more money and really take this to the next level. So
that's good. So you're seeing that. I've tried myself over the years, but I've realized that my business is something entirely different, and I wasn't all that good at developing my own website. So that's great advice. So it's turning to brand and logo development. What are a couple key questions that you ask a business owner in developing their brand when they say, hey, listen, I'm starting up a new business. I need a logo. Take me through your thought process there.
What's your business name? What's your tagline? Have you retained, so once you've formed your business name and tagline, have you done your research to make sure that nobody else is using it? You're not going to get a cease and desist. And then I encourage them to go on GoDaddy or whatever platform of choice they want and reserve their domain names. And then also check to see if their handles are available across their social platforms that they're going to choose to use. And then we get into more of the look and feel of their brand. So do they have any colors that they like or that they want to stay away from? Do they have any inspiration of other brands that they like? Maybe not even in the same industry, but just to, open me up into their world or their vision. So give me some inspiration. Do you like, what type of font styles do you like? Do you want an icon, a logo with an icon? Do you want a logo with just words? So those are some of the basic questions. I can get deeper, but maybe for another time. But yeah, those are some quick questions that I ask.
All right, yeah, because I just, the creative process, that's not my strength. And, turning to somebody like you to come up with a brand, and, I would rely on you to do that.
You have.
Yeah, and I have. I definitely have. Amy is definitely somebody that is a pro's pro. There's no question.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, all right, what's coming up? What are you most excited about in the near future?
Well, summer.
You and I both.
Yes, I love the summer. It's my favorite season. We have a boat, so I try to be on that as much as possible. Sometimes you might even see the water in the background. I might make you dizzy on some conference calls because I do work from my boat sometimes. So I'm excited about that from a personal perspective. We're getting we're really busy, thank goodness. And just excited about the different projects that we have coming up. We have some e-commerce projects, and I'm working with all different kinds of industries, right? Artists and, landscapers, and I can't even think now, non-for-profits. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of different industries that we're working with, and I love them all, right? I love meeting different business owners and helping them go from frustrated to elated about whether it's their brand or their website or, their marketing, whatever it is. So I get equally as excited about every project that we're working on. And that's the truth. It's like if I was off camera, I'd be saying the same thing. I just love what I do. So.
Yeah, no, that comes across, and that's important when you're working with somebody who's helping you develop your website and your logo and what's most important in terms of business. So, and I agree with you. I think there's so much to be excited about. It seems like, we're getting back to a point where we're very busy again. Mm-hmm. And I think that's, going into the summer months in New England, usually, July and August slow things down in business. But I think most of us as small business owners don't have the time to slow down right now. We've got to kind of take advantage of the momentum of the vaccine is out, and people are going, kids are playing sports again a lot more. And so there's a lot to be excited about.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna move into the Connecticut rapid fire questions.
Oh boy,
you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
If you're not ready, you get ready. No. So and the idea here, Amy, is that this show is about supporting community and local businesses. So first question: favorite pizza place in Connecticut?
I'm not so rapid fire. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. What comes to mind? What's your gut? If you're going to go get a piece of pizza, where is it?
Stefano's Potato.
Stefano's? Where's Stefano's?
It's over near Chips.
Okay.
In Fairfield.
In Fairfield.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Shout out to Stefano's.
Yes.
Is that like New York style? Is it thin? Or I'm sorry.
Well, I only get their potato pizza. I love it. So.
Okay. All right. Stefano's.
Yeah.
All right. Now, are you a coffee person, a beer person, or something else?
It depends on the day.
All right. So I'll ask you this. You have a microbrew. We have 150 microbreweries in Connecticut. Is there one that stands out?
No.
Okay. Coffee. Where would you go and grab a great coffee?
Shearwater.
Shearwater. They've got several locations, right?
Yes, they have one in Westport, one in Fairfield, and then his roastery is in Trumbull.
Okay, good. Yeah. So shout out to Shearwater.
Yes.
And you're cleaning out your closet and you're in a giving mood. You want to give to a local nonprofit or a charity. Who comes to mind?
Ooh. It's mostly Goodwill.
Yeah.
Because it's convenient.
Yeah. They're a good organization.
Clothes for Kids, though, in Stanford is awesome. I got to give a shout out to them. They have a great mission. So if you're looking to give clothes, I don't have younger kids anymore, so it doesn't work for me, but I love that organization. So.
All right. Well, this is what it's all about,
Yeah.
is supporting our local businesses and the nonprofits who put their heart and soul on the line, so
Yep.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Amy, and we are rooting for you in Infinite
Thanks.
Web Designs. If you want to reach Amy, her website is infinitewebdesigns.com. You can reach her on Facebook, Instagram, probably every social media platform is out there. You can find Amy. And I highly recommend finding Amy if you do need help with social media and websites. I've done the same. Thanks to our sponsors, and Infinite Web Designs is one of our sponsors, Papa's Commercial Photography and BRBG Insurance. And we want to say, if you like this show, please like us, share, subscribe, do all those things. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Amy. And
Thank you.
have a great
really
day.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Take care.